Good morning, everyone. Christian Duque, MD Noble Weekly. Big show, first show. Marc, the Machine Lobliner, challenges Brad Castleberry. Justin Compton out for the rest of the year. Santi Aragon is killing it. Rich Piana coverage overkill. Is Phil Heath broke? And also media moves and happenings next.
Boom! People think I'm not taking this whole Brad Castleberry call out seriously. I've been working on my vertical leaps, my strength, my acts of superhuman strength, my fake weight lifts. It's time to get serious now. World record jumps. Be humble. Boom! World record!
Now that was some hardcore training. But on the real, Marc Lobliner and a lot of people on YouTube are angry, furious, livid at what they perceive to be people using fake weights and putting up fake numbers. Now, we don't know if Brad Castleberry is actually lifting what he says he's lifting or if they're fake weights. So, Marc has laid down a challenge, telling Brad that if he accepts, it can be anytime in August, Power Station Gym, Middletown, Ohio, $20 a head. All of the money goes to the Semper Fi Fund, and he has told Brad he'll get him a hotel at the Garden Inn. They have free breakfast. He'll get him a staff member to take care of all his needs. I think he even said he might even hire a prostitute. I mean, of course, that's kidding. He said he'll pay for his airfare, his accommodations, everything, just to get this guy to Power Station Gym in Middletown, Ohio, sometime in August to put up or shut up. And Marc's going to have all the YouTube celebrities there. So, Brad, I think, in the interests of, keeping it real, you should go to Power Station Gym in August. In other news, Justin Compton officially announces that he's done competing for the year and will focus on contest prep and personal training. I spoke with Justin at length, and he simply doesn't want to get on stage at 80%. You really got to respect that. He respects the stage, he respects the fans, and he respects the sport enough not to come on stage unless he's 100%. Now let's talk about Justin's contest prep abilities. A couple years ago, I was working for another website, and I was doing a training video and interview with IFBB Pro Brian Balzano. And one of the things Brian did not want to say on tape was that Justin prepped him. The reason why is because Justin had a limited amount of clients, and as you guys know, bodybuilding is a very selfish sport, and unless you give it 100%, you won't do well. So Justin had a few clients, Brian was one of them, and didn't want the word to get out. Let me put it to you this way, just to give you an idea of how competent Justin is in contest prep. Brian Balzano's amateur career was 2 shows. He went to the Mike Francois, won that, went to the USA's, won the middleweight, bam, he's a pro. And Justin was a huge part of why that happened, and Brian will tell you so. So, I think Justin is doing the right thing by his health. I respect the hell out of the fact that he will not get on stage unless it's 100%. And listen, if you're lucky enough to work with him for contest prep, you're going to do very well for yourself. Hope you guys enjoyed that video. Almost 150,000 views on Instagram. That's pretty damn cool. Santi Aragon is a legend, one of the aesthetic greats of our time. And it's very sad because I have to tell you something. He is killing it. Just like I said at the beginning, he's on 1,100 calories a day, doing 35-minute sessions of cardio every day, posing, training. I mean, this is some sick shit. Okay, you know what I'm saying? And he doesn't complain. He does what he needs to do. Now, Chicago is going to be huge for him because, as he told me, they've cut down a little bit on the shows for the classic guys. So after Toronto, it's Chicago and Vancouver. That's it. So it's make or break for him. And I said, well, you're qualified by points, aren't you? Well, actually, they changed the rules, Santi tells me, from top 5 to top 3. Now, what's crazy is that Santi has more points than the top 3 qualified for the Olympia. But unless he wins in Chicago, his season's over. All right, switching gears, I got to talk about the Rich Piana phone call. It seems everyone has discussed this on their YouTube channel, on their Instagram, on their Facebook, on their radio show. But one site in particular I really want to give some special recognition to, and that is rxmuscle.com, because rxmuscle.com has made almost a profession out of covering this news story. They've done 5 radio and TV shows on Rich Piana and the Phone Call. Should Rich not be allowed to go to expos? Should Rich, is he a racist? Asking John Romano to deconstruct racism and race relations for the future, and asking Lee Priest, who seems to be at RX Muscle every day, for his opinion. Then they do this Barbara Walters-like interview at the RX Muscle Studios with Dave Palumbo and Rich Piana. And then Dave goes over to Jerry Ward and does an interview on it again. So that's like 7 different releases that are associated with RX Muscle on Rich Piana. My friends, that is milking the hell out of a story. Oh, hey, what's up? So, is Phil Heath broke? Short answer, how the hell would I know? The reality of the matter is he's no longer with Ultimate Nutrition, and whenever an athlete leaves, you have, folks on message boards and other websites, they start raising questions about an athlete's financial assets or whatnot. Let's be real here. Phil is a Mr. Olympia. He has magazine money. He's very close to Jay Cutler, so he probably has a lot of real estate investments. He made money with Ultimate. He made money with his own brand. Speaking of his own brand, I think it's very ambitious for any IFBB pro to launch a supplement company while they're competing. But while they're Mr. Olympia, wow. You know what I mean? And the same thing goes for Kai Green. The bodybuilding sport is very, very selfish. You have to give it your all. And I just don't think that you can run companies and many, many ventures while still being one of the best in the world. I personally think that Phil should have stayed with Muscle Tech, where he had it good and he could focus entirely on bodybuilding, but woulda, coulda, shoulda. It's water under the bridge. Time for industry moves and happenings. It's been a pretty darn busy week. My friend Dave Brule joins my good friend Dan Solomon at Digital Muscle, and there's a possibility that Jay Cutler will work with them as well. Peter McGuff returns to Weider AMI and does so with class, leaving a great thread at the MD forums and has everyone's respect. Joe Pietaro fires Greg Valentino from Muscle Sport Mag. What's Joe gonna do? Greg's the talent, Greg's the draw, but Joe may have a few tricks up his sleeve, so we'll have to wait and see. CT Fletcher going to Las Vegas, a new Iron Addicts gym in July. Keep you posted. Tomorrow, the Dexter Jackson Pro-Am in Memphis, Tennessee. My good friend Gary Udit will be there. NPC Mid-Atlantic Zone Chairman. Very, very good friend. Love Dexter. Mr. Olympia. 5-time Arnold Classic winner. So I wish him the best at his show. And of course, I've joined MD for your No Bull Weekly Report every Friday morning at musculardevelopment.com.